Hi everyone, welcome back to Aspergers from the Inside. Just a quick video today. Maybe you've had this experience of having the motivation to do something, wishing you could do something, but your body just saying no. No, this is just not happening. Yes, I know you would love to complete this project or go to work today or just function in general. That would be nice. But unfortunately, body says no. It's a particularly frustrating experience when sort of our mental resources and our physical resources don't really match very well. And I think this is one of the reasons that a lot of us tend to push ourselves really hard. I know for me, if I've got the energy and I've got a project that I'm doing and something that I'm working on, I really want to just push through and push through and push through and push through until it's done. Whereas my body says, hey, excuse me, I'm still here. Maybe we can take a break now. I'm kind of a little bit tired. We've been doing this for a while. Maybe we should slow down, or maybe just take at least a little bit of a break so I can recover a little bit before we keep going and on this project. And sometimes I listen to my body. Sometimes I try to listen to my body. But eventually I'll end up pushing myself too hard. In extreme cases, this looks like burnout, right? Maybe some of you have experienced that. I know a lot of us have. And eventually, body just says, I'm sorry, I tried to tell you, you didn't listen to me. I'm putting my foot down now. Kablamo. And what that looks like for me sometimes, like a couple of weeks ago, is getting sick. So I was sick for a couple of weeks, not COVID or anything fancy or exciting like that, just stuck at home with just a regular cold, which is not fun at all. But it was interesting that that break was exactly what I needed. My body knew exactly what I needed. I needed to stop working. I needed to just sleep for 16 hours a day to recover from my previous weeks of putting in way too much. I needed to take a break mentally and think about something else for a while so that my mental resources could come back online and my creativity could come back online and things like that. Funnily enough, very often when I take a break from the productive work I'm supposed to be doing, all of a sudden my brain turns on with all of these amazing, incredible ideas of, oh, I could do this and I could do this and I could do this. And all of a sudden the creativity is just really flowing because I'm not pushing it in this one direction anymore. I'm just sort of allowing it to be. So why am I sharing this? I'm sharing this because it's really hard to take my own advice in this situation. So I just wanted to acknowledge that. I counsel people all the time, and people ask me this question, is it okay to take a break? It's okay to take a break. It's usually better to take a break earlier and avoid burnout rather than pushing constantly right up until your limit. And then, especially with relationships, when we get really close to our limit, suddenly things become much more difficult. So in my case, for example, if I'm really tired, things like talking become really difficult. Just relating to other people and doing what I am normally completely capable of doing becomes almost impossible just because I've got no resources left. And that is a drain on the people around me who have to deal with me in that situation. And I have to withdraw from that situation and be by myself until I can recover, which again is not ideal necessarily in the situation. So I'm a big advocate of it's okay to do your best and then say this is enough. You don't need to always push yourself more to try and keep up with someone else. I know in my engineering job years ago now, some of my colleagues could work the kind of hours that I just could not even get close to. I would be burnt out after 6 hours of intense work, let alone 8 or 10 or 12. I just did not know how they could possibly physically stay at work so long and survive. And by trying to push myself up to the kind of standard of the people around me, of what I thought was expected of me, that wasn't really very helpful. And I needed to instead listen to my own limits and say, actually, it's enough. So fortunately now, working for myself, theoretically, you would think that I would be in a better position to allow myself to work for 6 hours and then just stop because I've probably done enough for today and maybe I should rest before trying again for tomorrow. But unfortunately, it's not that simple. It's really easy to just keep pushing and keep pushing because I'm so excited about this work that I'm doing, right? Making these videos, putting this Autism Explained Summit together that you'll hear about soon for it's really exciting stuff. It's really exciting topic, but my body just says no sometimes. My body needs rest, and it's important to listen to my own limitations. And I was thinking the other day, what would I say if I was actually counseling myself, right? If I had to give myself advice, if I came to myself for advice and said, what should I do in this situation? I'm really worried that it's Friday afternoon and I'm completely spent after a massive week and I just don't think I can get a video done for this weekend. It just feels like way too much. This was last weekend, by the way. What I would tell myself is it's okay. The world is not going to completely collapse if you miss 1 week making a video. And then my other self was like, but I said I'd make a video a week. I've got my Patreon family. I've got people expecting a video. I've got all of these things, and they're pushing and expecting, and I'd counsel myself, look, if you think about this, if you looked back in 5 years' time, and you'd made 51 videos a year instead of 52, or even 45, or even 40 videos every year instead of 52, no one is going to remember that. So ironically, I need to get over my own ego of thinking that everybody cares about what I'm doing and allow myself to do what my body needs to do. Anyway, what am I saying? I am making a video because last week I didn't, and a couple of weeks ago I was sick and I missed a couple of weeks there too. So trying to get back in the saddle, in the routine of talking to a camera that doesn't always give me prompts back, but I am going to keep rambling until I remember the point that I was going to say. It's a constant thing that I have to deal with, and I just wanted to normalize that if you're going through something similar where it's easy to compare yourself to the people around you and set a standard for yourself that is based on something not so much of your own limitations but what's expected of you. So I'm going to give you the same advice that I think I should give to myself, even though it's hard, which is it's okay to accept your own limits and contribute what you can contribute, and then say, look, that's enough. That has to be enough. And we are going to look after ourselves, and everyone who loves us and cares about us is going to understand that. And I want to say thank you to our Patreon family again for this. I remember a couple of weeks ago when I was sick, you all resoundingly said, it's okay, just take a week off, it's fine, we're surviving, you're doing good work, everything's going okay, just look after yourself. So I'm trying to take that advice. I'm trying to encourage you out there as well to take that advice. Look after yourself. You are important, and if your limitations are different to the people around you, that's actually okay. We all have to play within our own limitations. So I might leave it there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next week, hopefully.